Hey everybody, Ed here, and today I've got a review for you on the real grade 1 to 144 scale Freedom Gundam. This is the 5th installment in the real grade series, and it's a heavily awaited kit, and a lot of people are really excited about this one. And this model is provided free by tatsuhobby.com as a review for YouTube and everything, and for me and part of my sponsorship, and I just figured I'd say that, and I'm pretty sure all of you know the situation by now. But, yeah, this is the Freedom. I guess I'll just dive right into it. Colors, you get blue, like for the feet down there. Can't really see them too well, but the feet there. You get blue for the wings, part of the chest, the feet. You get this dark, very dark, almost black navy blue for the wings, chest, kneecaps, parts of the, rail guns. Inner frame is gray. You get kind of a blackish color for all the hands and everything. This light blue, which goes on all of the, goes in the vents, the collar, and on the rail guns. You know, red. There's just one shade of red. A few different shades of white. I'm not sure how many. I think it's 3. But you get, you know, it's color separation, as you can easily see, between parts and everything, the upper part and lower part. You do get a wide variety of interesting extra parts that comes with this guy. And as you can see, his beam sabers aren't attached right now. But I'll go over the accessories after I kind of look at this guy. But anyway, as you can tell, he's kind of pushing forward just a tiny bit. But he really doesn't have that many weight issues. If you angle the feet right and have the wings spread out like this, he isn't going to fall over. You have a really, really nice model kit here. The wings are very well proportioned. They are phenomenal. They are beautiful, and I'm sure if any of you have seen my preview videos, you'll have seen some of the dramatic shots and positions that you can get this guy into. Ignore my phone buzzing. But yeah, you get really nice proportions with this model kit. And as you can see in my background, I've started putting these as my background, so if you guys like that, leave a comment below. I think I'm going to leave this as my background for reviews and everything. But anyway, as for the Freedom, the articulation is phenomenal. Or as for any real grade, I should say. Let's start off with the head. The head is on 2 joints, so you can do this chicken movement back and forth. You can rotate it 360, pretty much move it any which way that you want it to. I'm not going to go too into that. The cockpit will open, just basically by sliding this little part down and sliding it back up. Really nothing too big there. The shoulder pads are on individual parts. The shoulder will move up inside the chest and on the arm, so you get a huge variety of motions. They'll go all the way 360, except the wings kind of get in the way. At the elbow, they'll bend all the way up, so if he had beam sabers like the RX-78, he could reach back and grab them, but he doesn't. And as you notice, you get moving parts and mechanisms on the arm that actually hold together, unlike some of the other real grades that we've seen. So you do get a very nice wide variety of motion. And as you can see, he's kind of now in a derp pose. But anyway, waist, you get 2 joints. You get this one. You can move them side to side, back and forth. You get a bunch of ball joints. Individual, very interesting way that they did the front skirts and everything. I won't go too much into that. You'll have to build it and see for yourself how that works, but they did actually engineer that pretty cool. Back skirt will go up and down and side to side, and I will warn you, this is a little loose, so you're going to want to glue that in if you paint it. The legs will go up, you know, as far as you want them to go. They'll go back. You can bend them here, and as you can see, you get more sliding movement armor pieces that don't snap off. Phenomenal. Very good job. But, yeah, and then you have toes that bend down. The skirt is on a joint that is connected to the foot part of the inner frame, but it'll still move around. You get little thrusters back here. As for the wings, articulation-wise, you can move them back and forth here. You can move them, let's see. I do have a few small problems with the wings, but I'll get into that later. I think this is actually going to be a 2-part review. the wings will move up at this joint here. You can move this black part off of this blue part on both of them. You can do it in the front, you can do it on either side. And there are 3 individual pieces here, which are all at different layers, so you can split them out any which way. But the one nitpick I do have is this one does tend to fall off a lot. It's very loose in there for some reason. The pegs don't connect all the way, but it is sort of loose. And when the railguns are flipped up and deployed, as you can see, it's falling off. And there goes the wing. See, they're just on this very tiny little peg mechanism, and it just makes it very hard to move it without having it fall off the peg. But maybe it's just mine. Maybe it's just how I built mine. But yeah, you get the guns. They can move forward like that. You can rotate them up, rotate them down, move them in. And yeah, and sometimes they go loose, but if you push them together, then all of a sudden they're tight. The rail guns, or the side skirts, are on these hinge ball joint sort of things. And the rail guns will both move out, and they both have very small handles here, which will flip out. So you can grab them and stuff, so you can get into some, railgun poses and everything. And, actually, yeah, I think that's about it for articulation-wise. I won't get too much into the wings, because you can really see those in the preview videos. But, yeah, for the beam sabers, you get 2 of them, and then you get 2 pretty much master grade size beams. The beam sabers have an interesting mechanism where you can actually connect them. I'm trying to focus on it. Good enough. And they'll actually slide in like this. Pop, and you have a double-sided beam saber. It is a little loose, I will warn you, but he can hold it really well. And to attach it into the side skirts, there's these little tiny pegs, and you basically take the beam saber, and you roll it into place. You put it in there, you roll it into the little slot, and there you go. He's got his beam saber in there. Ain't that cool? So, yeah. So you got those things. He does come with 4 other hands besides these 2 closer manipulators. You've got a dramatic open clawing hand. And then you've got a extra trigger finger hand, which is for the gun, which is really nice. And then you get the standard manipulators for the real grade that have the bending motion and yada yada. And somebody pointed out that apparently his thumb is loose. I have no problem with mine. The gun, there is a clear piece for the scope, but I don't have that in right now since I am going to be painting him. He's got a handle there, and the articulation will move there. I'm going to wrap this up to try to keep it under 10 minutes. And you get a ball joint here with the connector point for the shield. You can move this and pop it in wherever you want. You can pop it in any of these ports. And it basically just pops onto the back there. You get a stand connector piece, a little 1 to 1/44 scale of Kira, and then you get 2 large sheets of stickers, which I probably won't be using. Anyway, final thoughts on this guy. He's one of the best real grades I've ever seen. I do love the strike, but after I paint this guy, he might actually be my favorite. I am actually planning on doing a custom paint scheme with purple and white and tan. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, if you like this guy, check out the link below for where to buy him. And remember to check out tatsuhobby.com for sponsoring this review. So, this has been Ed on the Real Grade Freedom Gundam. If you have any questions below, feel free to answer them below. See ya.